Hey Metalworking Nation, Jim here from Making Chips. Welcome to the new Making Chips TV. I hope to equip and inspire you with more relevant tips exclusively for you, the manufacturing community. I'm coming to you live from my precision machine shop right here in suburban Chicago, where we've been for 30 plus years. This is where we make some of the most sophisticated machine parts in the country. Thanks again for tuning in. I look forward to hearing some feedback about how I'm doing. Lately, it seems like there's a lot of interest in my business succession plan. I was recently asked to be a guest at a National Association event in Florida where I shared some of my succession details with a group of about 300 manufacturing leaders. You know, business succession is vastly different for all individuals and businesses. Some can be super comprehensive and some can be relatively simple. At the end of the day, my goal for you is to make it as painless as possible. And just in this short segment, I'm going to try to equip and inspire you with some more information to make it easier on you. Succession planning can be a very emotional process. It's a time when an owner has to give up their control and put their trust in another individual to run their business. This can be a scary thing, especially if they're the founder of the company. This was my biggest roadblock. My dad was the founder of this company, Carr Machine and Tool. He started it way back in 1972. He put in all the time, all the blood, the sweat, and the tears into this business. It was his baby. He lived through multiple recessions and navigated all the ups and downs of running a small business. He never gave up. He had relentless tenacity and a desire to win, and I so respected that. But now, I was in the family business, working hard and trying to grow it. I was bringing my own style to the company and ultimately trying to grow it to the next level. I needed validation and assurance that if I worked hard and grew this business, it couldn't be taken away from me. My father was single and I worried about what would happen if he would remarry. How would that scenario play out in the family legacy? So I started to talk slowly and highlighted different plots for my dad. What would happen if this scenario changed? What would happen if that scenario changed? These were arduous discussions. We all know our parents well enough to ask them when we want something and at the right time. That's when you need to start the conversation. As my dad and my conversation started developing, we would schedule happy hours together. It got us out of the shop, and the alcohol would make us less inhibited to carry on this more robust and intimate conversation. It really did help. So I got my team together. I got a business appraiser, we used our corporate accountant, and I hired an attorney. These were the players that were going to take us through the business succession. There's so many different ways of doing it. You just need to get out there and ask everybody how they did it. In the simplest of terms, my sister and I each owned 10%. My dad owned 80%. I had to buy out my sister's portion, and I had to move that 80% over to me. Through much discussion, we found a way to do that, and I would be happy to share that scenario with you privately if you ask. Ultimately, on January 1st, 2004, I became the sole shareholder and president of Carr Machine and Tool, but it wasn't easy. But I pushed through. My best advice for you is to start the conversation right now. It's never too early. Hey, that was a quick education in business succession planning, but it's a start. If you'd like to know more, be happy to share more with you. All you need to do is ask. If you like the series, hit the subscribe button and then hit that like button. Those are the simple things that make me smile. And don't forget, the most important thing, start that conversation with your father or your mother. And don't forget what my dad always used to tell me when I was a young man in the business, Jim, if you're not making chips, you're not making money, fam.